alive for 75. What would you do tomorrow if you knew that you only had 10 weeks to live, or thereabouts, 75 days? Understanding here that it is absolutely the plan to be here for longer than the next 10 weeks. But it really is a bit of a seesaw balancing act, isn't it, in life? People tend to look at things and go, well, this is never going to end, I'll just go here forever. And some people are just really living in the now. That's great. But is the now, is this present moment affecting the next present moment? Because guess what? This present moment is going to roll right into the next present moment. So it's absolutely that balancing act, guys. But it's important to understand that more often than not, people aren't on the extremes. They're in that stagnant, parking, settling in life. They get out there, they go through courses, university or just high school, get a job, get out there in the real world, and then they just park and settle. That's it. They stay there. Why? Why does that have to be your life? Do you truly have happiness, love and fulfillment within yourself with that? I find it really hard to believe that anyone ever could if they stop trying to stretch, expand or grow within themselves. Because you're just robbing future present moments, guys. I've said this before. If you're not expanding in some way, shape or form, that's not about living life on the hustle and just moving and grinding and burning yourself out, so to speak. It really is a level of movement or fluidity in what it is that you want to get after in your life and how to navigate and map that the right way. And it's tough on your own. We all need a social network or team or coach around us to help us stay on the level and stay accountable to it. But that's what this is about. This is about you having that state of mind, that awareness to go, well, over the next 10 weeks to dominate, what would I need to do? I'm alive for 75, I've got 75 days. Like right now, this would take us to around middle of winter or towards the end of winter. If you're just getting out there over the next 10 weeks and dominating, and you want to live life in terms, knowing that this is it, like this is what I have, the next 75 days of my life, keeping in that background there that we are planning on living longer than that, but using that level of, drive and vigor and building that vitality to get after it, what would you do? What would you do right now with the position that you're in? Whether it's your work, your career, and like I said, I'm not talking about extreme nows. I just quit my job and go on holidays for 2 months. But come on, please, you understand the context of what I'm talking about here. This isn't about a meteor about to hit Earth. How would you act though? The drama, the BS, what you're going through, all the little things that don't matter. You got 100 things of a day, and 95 of them don't even matter. They're just little fluff, little white noise that doesn't even exist. What are the 5 things you would do? What's your power list? What is it that you would do that would move you forward to living, experiencing, having fulfillment in your life at the highest level, which ultimately affects those around you, whether you're a parent or not, loved ones, family, friends, and your careers. It's amazing how that works. Rarely would it be the job, it would be how you see and perceive the job and the environment you put yourself in externally in that place and internally in how you see that. But how would you act? How would you feel? Just knowing that life truly is a gift. 75 days. If someone said to me tomorrow, you've got 75 days to live, you're alive for 75, what would you do? I would even look at raising my standards again, what I could do to raise and add value. We've all got that, guys. We've all got more than we can give. I remember when I was playing, with the Dragons, one of our pre-seasons, we got trained by some SAS soldiers, and it was brutal. Like these guys just, man, they flogged us like big time, and they'd wake us up at like 11 and 1 and 2 and 3, death metal music, get us in and out of the pools. We had to go fill up these buckets, jerry cans that had holes in them at the bottom of the lake and fill up these big barrels. So they had holes in them, so we had to move fast. This is like 2:30 a.m, barefoot cold. And then as we run down, they pour the barrels out and go, you haven't even filled it up, what's going on here? It was brutal, it was crazy. But they helped us build a level of resilience, and they told us they used to get flogged the same, even worse, the SAS soldiers. And periods where they'd just be laying down about to pass out. And I can't remember, lieutenant or colonel, or the bosses would come in and just throw some flashbangs, and they'd have to, they'd find another way. They'd change their state. They'd find something. They'd dig deep. That superpower or mum strength or those things you hear, the supernatural, superhuman capabilities. We don't have to live there, but it is possible for you to feel and act and do things differently to raise your standards. This is your base here. We can raise that. We can hang out there for a bit. We can raise that and just test the waters, see what that's like, dive in there and see what it's like. And can we maintain that? Can we build a bit more? Can we expand in different areas of our life? And what's the most, what would be most important to you? What's most important to you, and focus on that. Like I said, then I'm not saying you shouldn't drink alcohol, you shouldn't watch TV anymore, you shouldn't read newspapers. There are obviously 3 things that I don't do, but it doesn't matter. It's your life, you can do whatever you want. But what would be most important to you if you're alive for 75? What are like the key 3 things that are so important to you, and how you can focus on them and enhance them? If it is family and family life and experiences, and having experiences through caravanning or holidays or other things, how do I get to that? How do I do that? So then all of a sudden, yes, my career is important. I can give more. I can offer more value and service and give more to the world and be there and be present for others. Absolutely I can. Finding those things. This will take you 5 minutes. Write this down. How would you feel if you're alive for 75? You have 10 weeks to dominate. Dominate in your life, in your field, what you're doing, in your area of expertise, in your relationships, everything. Not dominate relationships, but you know what I mean. Macro patience with micro impatience. I've got to get after it. Now you guys can see how much I'm hauling, and the arse is certainly hanging out at times, but that's okay. It's raising my standards. And I thought I was doing good here. I'm completely different to what I was 12 months ago. It was always there. I've had this for a long time. All this sort of stuff has been deep inside me for a very long time. My gift, my passion, my life is service, is absolutely doing this for others, with others. But sometimes you just don't know what you don't know, and there's doorways and pathways that can open up opportunity if you keep the eyes open, if you're willing and prepared to see what's possible for yourself. And then impatience, it's a word that may or may not be a hindrance or looked down on in society, but you guys understand the context I'm talking about here. We don't just waffle on or dawdle. You've got a lot more energy than you think. You can give more, you can get after it, you can really power through certain things that in other states or lowered states of being or awareness or belief or negative mindsets, you just feel crumbled or crushed. Someone's been here and done it before, guys. It is absolutely possible for you too as well. You can move forward. Okay, I believe in you. You need to have that belief in yourself and raise that standard. And when it's all said and done, the best and the beauty of all of this is, the best part is, you can have that reset. Whether it's your training or other things or your life or career, different things, you can have that reset, you can reflect. It's not about, I'm always looking here. I look back for lessons learned, reflection and gratitude, but that's it. All the negatives, all those things, they're amazing. They're the best things that have happened to me. I don't let them beat me. They're a part of who I was to forge who I will become, who I am. Reflection's important, and rejuvenate. Get ready again, bang, go again. If you did this twice, your life would completely change, I guarantee it. Bang, life 75, what can I do? Get after it, just absolutely crush it. This will take you through to, depending on when you watch this, like the end of July, middle of July. Getting through most of winter, and you know what, I'm coming out alright. I'm actually building myself in different areas of my life with a good base where otherwise I'd just be sitting down doing nothing. It gets darker quicker, it's colder, it's harder, I understand. It's the same for all of us. It's how you see that affects your actions moving forward. And if you did that again, have your reset, and in August we go again, next year, come October, man, your life will be so different right now. So much more than you think. That doesn't mean I'm the answer, I have to be the answer. You're taking the steps, you're moving forward. But it's about finding cues, points of resonance that appeal to you and snapping and changing that state to go, I can do this, it is possible. I can break free and move forward in my life. For myself, loved ones, family, and overall the experiences and the love and happiness that you can have in your life. I hope this had some value here, guys. Life 75. What would you do? How would you feel? How would you act? And what's important to you? Please focus on those. More often than not, it comes down to a light bulb moment or something that hits us, whether it's generally on the extremes with humans, because there's so much noise going on in our life every day, when there's life or death. When there's a life or death in someone close to you or around you, that is the moment in which the entire world gets put in perspective for you. And we don't need to be those extremes. They will still affect us. We're all human. Human emotion's important. It's natural. But we can raise our base and raise our standards through and within ourselves, our thoughts, actions, feelings and beliefs, more often than not, instead of waiting for that moment to then snap out of something and go after something that a period of time's passed or lapsed that you'll never get back. You can do it. You can do it. Do it right now. Take action. Get started. Life 75. Dominate the next 10 weeks and see how you go. What have you got to lose? Take care, guys. I'll see you again soon. Cheers.